Hey, what's up, YouTube fam? This King Talk. Got my homeboy Finesse here.
What's up with it?
So we're gonna do a little bit of Q&A about different topics that's going on that, I had a few emails about, and some questions that a lot of men, that's going through different issues or having certain problems or certain things that they like kind of ponder about, and it's trying to understand like why in the hell are they going through this, or why do women do this, or why do people do this, why do people do that. So just gonna do a quick Q&A, and this ain't rehearsed, so it's just straight off the top. So my boy Finesse, he just gonna throw some questions at me, and this is from my experience and experience from all the people that I know, all the men I know, the men I came up with, so different aspects of life. It's not just me. So we're gonna start off like that. Don't forget, like and subscribe, comment. Check me out on Instagram, Miley DM, comment, subscribe. So go ahead.
First off, it just happened. Why do women, you tell them you're busy, but they're like, okay, so Becky, I'm like, what the fuck? What about my time, dog? Why do women just run over past your plans, dog? Like you ain't doing shit.
Well, it's funny you asked that. A lot of men go through that. So that ain't nothing new. So don't feel bad about it. Well, first of all, it's not about you. Unfortunately, you come last. Even though you're busy, or you might not have time, you got something going on, they gotta get it out. They gonna ask their question, get it out, they want a response.
Well, because they're emotional creatures, though.
They're emotional creatures, but at the same time, you matter too. You got stuff going on. You got to make your money. You got to have your finances, because she going to want to go out and do something. She going to want to spend your money or do something. So, you got stuff going on. You got a life too. So a lot of women don't hear that. It's about them, me. And then you come second.
Most women.
Most women. Let me take that back. Most women, not all. Most women. So. So a lot of guys go through that, but hey, just know that, keep that in your mind, like, hey, it's about her, she want to get that out.
No, fuck
so
that.
That's what she thinking, but,
nah, dude.
Like I say, some women, they don't want to compete, it's about you. They got to know that it's 50-50.
No, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
so,
wait a minute. You got something going on, and the girl's like, okay, why don't you just say, I can't talk right now. We can talk about it later. And then talk about it later. That's being an adult. That's what adults do.
Yeah, you thinking about that in a perfect world. But no, bro, because I guarantee she gonna be like, oh, you just gonna shut me off like that? So you tell her like, hey, all that's fine and good, but hey, I got this going on. I told you the plans I had earlier. So give me some time. Hold that thought. We're going to come back at it. I need to get this money right now.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
And we're going to do that.
But I'm saying when she's on the phone like, no, I need to talk now.
Hey, man, you got to be the man. You got to diffuse the situation. She know you trying to get money. She know you trying to get
And that advice, ladies and gentlemen, will leave you on the couch, sleeping out here,
hey,
cold as shit.
Hey,
got the child's blanket that can only go to your thigh.
You gotta start it some way, because hey, you getting money. I mean, you got a lot of different things going on, different money ventures. So you a busy man. So she knows that. She gotta understand that. So you a busy man. You gotta get that going. You wasn't disrespectful.
Right.
You was nice with her. She know you're not a mean guy.
Right.
So you one of those guys in the upper totem pole. So. I mean, she knows what you're doing. You're making money, you're doing your thing, so she gotta respect it. I'm just saying.
But you gotta stop that from the get-go.
And that's what I say from the beginning. You gotta be up front.
Yeah. From the
beginning. So you're an upfront guy, so you don't have that problem. But this is for the guys that's not really that exemplary, not really that outspoken. So they might not know up front, but you gotta set up lines up front, and that'll like pave your way for the future. So if something like this does happen, or you got certain business ventures going on, you gotta have that set, so they'll know like, okay, my dude got this and that going on. I feel him. I'm gonna just fall back. So but you gotta say it from the beginning, like my boy Finesse said.
You got that right. And another thing is, if you don't do it right, they're gonna start talking to their friends. Next thing you know, your Facebook post, then your Instagram post. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And now Facebook is, cracking down on suicide and murders on Facebook and stuff. But you be a statistic, dog. You commit suicide because that girl drove you crazy, bro. And there's women out there, I promise you. I'm an example, or a prime example.
Right.
I had nothing. My ex-wife wanted my whole attention. I should have committed suicide a long time because that girl drove me crazy. But I made it through by the grace of God. So my question to you, Britt, is how do you feel about all these suicide and murders on Facebook? With this generation being lost and shit.
Man, that's a deep one.
Motherfuckers hired 3,000 more employees just for murders and suicides on Facebook. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
That's a deep one. But first of all, they need to get rid of Facebook Live, Instagram Live, get rid of all of that. Because I think this go back from, when you was in school, you had those lames that was in school, and you had those women that was in school that, wear like the extra tight or provocative clothes. They want to have that attention. So that kind of goes from that, So now they're
saying to get rid of Live?
Dog.
Why getting rid of Live though?
Listen, let me explain. You got to get rid of it, man. Listen, first of all, you just had the guy kill an old man on Facebook Live.
Right.
Then, on top of that, you had a guy from Thailand. He hung his daughter in the hotel.
Right.
He hung himself.
Right.
Then you had the kids in Chicago.
Right.
They abducted a mental health student.
Right.
And tortured the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. This gotta stop. I mean,
so because of few bad apples, we need to get rid of the whole program.
It's more than a few.
Most majority of the people are posting. Let's say I'm doing a marketing campaign. You're doing something. You need that live to let people know, hey, this is what the event's looking like. Instead of doing a promo shot, you know what I mean? You showing people what the event is right then and there as a good marketing tool, and you furthering your business if you're using it as your business. If you're using it for something else, then
I get
that's
it.
on the
But
person.
you got the people that's trying to get likes. They're trying to get views.
True.
They don't have a life. They need attention from somewhere. So where else they gonna get it? They don't have other people to talk to. They don't have a brother or older sister to talk to. So what other platforms they got?
They got Facebook Live, because on there you can comment.
Oh,
you can I'm telling you.
No, man.
These people ain't got no friends, and you gonna take away their only friend, which is Live?
Listen, first of all,
you gonna take Live away?
First of all, if Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, if that's the only friends you got, I'm sorry. You need to find another profession.
The thumbnail on this video should be a gravestone, and it should say Live on it.
Listen, I'm sorry. If that's what you got to do for friends, that's ridiculous, man. You
I'm
got to
talking
do
about
something.
this generation.
I get it, but this generation, this gonna pave out the future.
Right.
Because I mean, those are the people that's paying our Social Security. They will be. So I mean, we trying to save that generation because they laying the path for the future. So
right.
if that's all they looking to get X amount of likes, doing butt shot pictures, twerking pictures of Facebook Live, come on. No, it can't be about that. There's other stuff that you can do to do that. I mean, I'm all for it if it's for business. Facebook, Instagram, flag the videos. If it's business, entrepreneurship, pass it through.
Yeah.
If it's some buffoonery, block it.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Instead of getting rid of it live, hey,
yeah,
do that.
Well, they got 3,000 employees to take care of that now, so.
Hey, get 10,000 more. 3,000 ain't enough, because these folks doing Facebook Lives is ridiculous. So that's what I say. Flag it, block it. Block them from Facebook.
That's funny, dude. 10,000 more, 13,000 people, Jesus.
Actually, they may need 50,000. Facebook Live all over the world.
It's a computer program, bro. All you need to do is write a script.
Well, obviously they can't do it right. I'm just saying, this gotta stop. This gotta stop. I mean, I don't want to be on Facebook Live and, and somebody killing somebody or twerking. I don't, I may have my kids on Facebook. So, I mean, I don't want to see that other people don't want to see that. I damn sure don't want to see somebody getting murdered or tortured on Facebook Live just because you don't have a platform. You want to get likes or views or subscribers. It ain't worth it. I'm just saying.
But I would say this generation, they have zero people skills. And they don't know anything outside of that computer screen, right?
Right.
So the likes and the attention that their page or whatever they posting gets, it's like, I'm finally being accepted by society. It's a mental thing. This generation, because they don't want to go outside, they don't want to do shit. They expect to wear Gucci's with nothing in your pocket and no work.
And once again, like I say, that goes from the mother figure or father figure. You know, unfortunately, and I get it. Some people are growing up in single parent homes. Some people grow up in foster homes. So I mean, that's the only attention they get. They feel like they gotta have that attention to feel like they're a part of something. So I mean, I get it. But at the same time, it don't take all of that. I mean, they don't have no people skills or personal skills. First of all, that's in the schooling. It's how you come up. So it started at a young age. You know, your parents is supposed to give you that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? To kind of instill that to you where, you know what, you don't seek to get, you know, likes or, you know, appreciation from another person. You gotta have that within yourself. So that's something that you gotta be taught and raised to have, because that's just gonna set up a path for your life. So that's just what I say. It started home. Because now you got, it's built into a monster now, a snowball effect. Yeah. Now they like, man, I gotta do it. I mean, who else am I gonna talk to? I ain't calling this person, I'm texting. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this, I'm Facebooking. Mm-hmm. So that just started from being young. I mean, I'm just saying, I was blessed enough to have that. My homeboy Finesse was blessed enough to have it. So it's a little different for us. You know, we know that you can't look for people for happiness or success. It got to be within yourself. You got to have that confidence within yourself. So that's just what I say. That's my take on it. I mean, I know the dislikes are going to be up, but I don't care. I'm just saying, it started home. You looking for somebody else to like you and appreciate you, you need to stop, because you're going to be unhappy.
Forever. Yeah. Because I would say also too, what your point is, when you got parents that's trying to be young, and they're not trying to be parents, they want to be your best friend because they want to be young.
Babies raising babies.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, that's the worst.
Babies
but I would say like DJ Khaled, like how he puts his son all on Snapchat and put him everywhere. It could be damaging depending on how his son takes it, or it could be great, helpful towards a career. I see what DJ Khaled's trying to do, start a career for his son.
Right.
You know, leave him something to get him started. But what if Snapchat goes away today? What if Facebook goes away today? You know, how is he gonna survive?
I don't know how a lot of these kids are gonna survive.
You know?
Like I said, they need to get back to what we did. We went outside, we played sports. I mean, we did different things, you know. We played.
I wouldn't say it's the sports. It's just go outside and talk to people. That's the key.
They don't know how. They don't know how, and that's what I say. That's where the personal skills come up. The interpersonal skills come from them being a kid, because they don't know how. You do that, it's like, man, they don't know what to do. You take away a calculator, they don't know what to do. You take away the computer, that's how you punish your kids. You take away the computer and the cell phone. They do that, it's like, oh, it's the end of the world. So they don't have the interpersonal skills, so you take that from them, they don't have it. But that's a good skill to have, interpersonal skills, because that's just what's going to help you be successful in life, to know what different steps I can do to be successful. So, I mean, it's a crazy generation. It's a crazy generation. I mean, you know, we 80s babies, so, you know, we basically grew up in the 90s. Yeah. So, I mean, it's different. We had a great era, you know, so we still having fun from that era. So, I mean, everything was better. TV was better. Music was better, especially rap music was better. So,
but I will say this. Because of our generation, it has prompted this generation. 2 Live Crew, all that cussing and stuff. Because before hip hop came out in the 90s, as the way it was formed as a basis to now music. In the 80s, they were talking about not doing drugs. You know,
positive
rap stuff, and then it switched in the 90s because of the whole drug scene, and then it was like, we talking about hustling, because that's what our lives is. The lives right now is about twerking and fucking. That's
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, how do you develop a skill when your whole influence is twerking and fucking?
Man,
I mean,
that's a deep discussion.
You become a master at those skills because it's in you all day. You go on Instagram, somebody's butt naked on Instagram. So either it be a girl or a boy, and it's all for views or likes to think that you're popular. You're still in high school. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you got 30-year-old people who's like, yeah, but I'm still popular and shit. You're that was high school. Like you're an old nigga now. Like
Right.
get off of Instagram like that. You know what I mean? Show
Right.
some real shit. Show progress in life. Not
Right.
nobody gives a fuck about your body. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So how do you develop those skills when all you see is sex? All you hear is sex. All you see is people on Instagram. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like I say, that just stems from, you know, who is raising you, who is putting that around you, who is putting you in that atmosphere, you know, who is putting you where you feel like that's what you gotta have, you know, who is it that's doing that? Because whoever that is, that's a bad influence. So that's when you, as a parent or older brother, sister, aunt, uncle, you gotta step in like, hey, you know, what are you doing? Like, hey, you can't do that. You can't watch this. You know, and you got to tell them why. Mm-hmm. You know, you just can't tell this generation of kids, like, hey, this is what you can't do. Because right. They're going to be like, oh, well, you didn't tell me why, so I'm going to still do it. Right. They stubborn. So you got to tell them, like, hey, man, listen, I did this when I was young. This was shortcoming for me. You know what I'm saying? Like being into a sex or women, you know, in a bad kind of way, you know, and this could lead to this.
So you're trying to do a Carl Winslow.
I mean,
when he's talking
hey, you got to start from somewhere. Like I said, start from the beginning because the older they get, you can't tell them nothing.
I got you.
You can't tell them nothing. So
I get what you're saying because I'm in the music business. You know that.
Yeah, you in the music business, so you know what you're dealing with. Yeah. You can't tell them nothing. You know.
You can tell them
something. But it's gonna go in one ear and out of the other until they get caught up. You know, either.
It's going in one end out the other because those words don't hold value. They ain't got no weight. And that just stems from the person who they come with. Do you respect the person or do you don't? When you break it down to a child, who do they respect more than the other person? You know what I mean?
Right.
Do they respect Lil Wayne more than their own father? Do they respect Beyonce more than their own mother?
Or is the mother or father even around? Because a lot of times they're not around. They're staying with the grandparents or something like that, or the mother could keep the kids from the father.
True.
So you got to see who are the kids around. You know, are they really getting at what they need as far as what a parent needs to give as far as nurturing, not being a friend but a parent. So if they're not doing that, you know, you're just going down a slippery slope where it's just going to end up being another statistic. So it's really about, you know, who's raising them, who's putting them in that atmosphere, and what are you showing them, you know, and what are you explaining to them, the negative attributes from doing that and the negative outcomes that can happen. I mean, because you got to be able to admit what shortcomings you had, you know, that led you down this path. You know, you got to be transparent. You can't be like, oh, well, no, don't do this, or I said this, I'm your parent. No, you got to let them know, like, hey, this is the decision I made. Look, this is the outcome that happened. It was negative. So this is why you can't do it.
Right. I'm
just telling you. So I think they're more receptive to that if you come at them that way and show them examples, you know, what downfalls you had or shortcomings. And they're like, you know what? I don't want to go that route. I want to do something different. You know, so it comes from that.
But when you're talking to them, don't come out and be like, yeah, at your age, I was fucking like, nah.
Yeah,
no, there's got to be a certain way.
They're not going to hear it.
Not at all.
They're not going to hear it.
Yeah. So, I will say this, though, about this Facebook stuff and Instagram, Periscope, whatever. If you're using it as a tool and know how to use it very well as a marketing tool for whatever business you have, social networking or social media is the cheapest but most effective marketing platform that you have at your fingertips if you want to start a business. Not trying to be a rapper, because that market is very saturated. Not trying to be a singer, that market is very saturated, because that's 1 in a billion chances that you're going to make it. But if your God-given talent is not music, You're now the question. What about these niggas who still 45, talking about they about to get a deal, and they got all this music on the shelf, and nobody's ever heard one word? Young niggas still around Car Kanai till this day, talking about they gonna rap.
And FUBU.
In FUBU.
Well, first of all,
You got the fat elbow on the shirt.
yeah, first of all, if you 35, 45, 55, still trying to rap, man, go get a job.
Yeah.
First of all, I mean, you need to do something more back office. Go be a producer or something like that. Your rapping days are done.
Yeah.
You know, hate to rain on your parade, but your rapping days are done.
Yeah.
Nobody trying to hear that. You 45, 55, and you rapping about, you know, chewing tobacco, you know what I'm saying? You rapping about, you know, you could buy Coke for 50 cents.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you remember back in your day when Adidas jogging suits was the thing. Come on, man. Like, come on. And Dookie chains. You know, that was the thing, you know, and the Carl Kanai hats. You know, and you saying, you know, I'm bad and no, it's I'm sorry, it's done.
Yeah, it's over.
Go get your job. Hey, and I get it. I don't like to work a 9 to 5.
It's a young man's game.
You know, but rapping is a young man's game. I mean, shout out to Rick Ross and them, you know what I'm saying? People like that's in their 40s rapping. But you know, they established in it. They've been doing it for years, so they established, you know.
I was about to say that. Because I know somebody's gonna be like, well, 2 Chainz is 42 when he got broke out. I'm like, but he was already in the game when he was young.
A lot of people don't know 2 Chainz was Titty Boy.
Yeah, Titty Boy.
Back in the day,
what was that,
in College Park. Player Circle.
Player Circle.
Back in the day in College Park, not too far from where I came up. So Titty Boy been in the game for a lot. He was signed with Ludacris. Mm-hmm. You know, so when you sign with a big time rap artist, unless it's 50 Cent, they not gonna promote you like how they should. So he was big time back then to me, but he just didn't get the exposure. So once he branched off, now look at him. So you got 2 Chainz, Rick Ross. So I'm just saying they've been in it for years. They've been in the game years. So you know, that's the exception. But if you just trying to get started, just forget it. Go get your 9 to 5. You know, go be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I say. Go be an entrepreneur. You got your platform. You got Facebook Live. You got YouTube. You got Periscope. You got Instagram. Be an entrepreneur. You know, if you can avoid working a 9 to 5, I get it, because I don't like working a 9 to 5. I don't like working corporate.
Right.
You know, you gotta, you know, show this facade every day at corporate. You know, because it's a game. It's a big game. So I get it. You don't want to work. But at the same time, hey man, you gotta know, hey, my time is up. You know, just pass the torch, man.
And I'm gonna say this, cause I was at a local show. This was years ago, and I'm coming out the show. I won Music Producer of the Year 2013, 14, and 15 for San Antonio Music Awards. This is facts. You can look it up. This dude outside that I've never met in my life, and I've done records with big time. I ain't gonna name drop. This dude was outside, lame as hell, talking to these ugly ass girls. In my perception, they're ugly. Talking about, yeah, I'm about to get me a deal, you know what I'm saying? They're already looking at me, and I don't know you. So, if you're trying to be a rapper, or you're trying to be a singer, and that's not your God-given talent, but you're trying to get bitches, or you're trying to get dudes or whatever, then you need to elevate your game, that talking game, to I don't even need to talk about what I do for a living, because I'm so confident in myself that I can talk to anybody about anything. If I talk to a girl, you know, I know how to talk to a girl because I'm confident in myself and what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So here's another example of what I'm talking about. This man to my left, well, we went to the bar yesterday, and he saw this girl. His words was, "You look good in that dress. She's a promo model." And she was like, "Thanks," and just kept walking. She's a promo model, so she's on her job right now. So she comes back with Coronas, because she was a Corona girl, her and her homegirl. They're handing us beers. Britt thought he got dissed. Gives him a Corona The words that come out this man's mouth was, "Does your number come with it?"
Hey, don't judge. It works sometimes, but not that night. Go ahead, finish your story. I didn't want to cut you off.
No, that's pretty much the whole. You see what I'm saying? Because it works sometimes. Let me tell you something.
Hey, majority of the time actually, but go ahead.
Just because you look good, just because girls tell you all the time, "Oh, he's so fine, he's tall and shit." You think you could use that same line on dimes?
No,
Really?
Gotta switch it up. Gotta switch it up.
So when the girl came back with the beer, my line wouldn't have been, "Oh, so does your phone number come with it?" My line was like, "You know what? I greatly appreciate that." And I know what I said earlier. If it was kind of rude, me giving you a compliment like that, my bad for saying it like that. So let me say it appropriately to you. You have a great style tonight. I understand this is your work uniform, but you just look good tonight. And that's all I wanted to say to you. I don't want to cramp your style, so I'm gonna go ahead and walk away. If the girl was like, "I greatly appreciate you, and you cramping my style. I know I'm doing my promo, but we could talk a little bit," you're in. If the girl says, "You know what, I appreciate that, thank you," then you already made the ground that was already, you made rock. You made it dirt now.
Set the groundwork.
But Britt here wants to go and say, "Does your phone number come with it?"
Hey man, that's how I was feeling that night, man. So hey,
And let that be a lesson to all men out there. If you want to talk to girls, don't be drunk, don't be fucked up, don't be nasty. Come talk to women with a clear mind, because they're gonna be talking to you with a clear mind, because they already know you after one thing.
Yep. After one thing. So yeah, you gotta have a clear mind, be concise. Don't be cocky. Again, don't be cocky. So he was right. You can't be cocky. You gotta check your environment. Make sure you got it right. You got it on point, and be confident. Sometimes you have too much confidence. Like I did. That was too much. But just stick with what works for you. And make sure you're talking to them right. So yeah, definitely.
And I'll say this: when you're confident in yourself, no girl can diss you.
Yep.
Not one. Even if you struck out the whole night, you straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you may go out sometime, you may talk to 5 women and not get any numbers, but that's fine. You're not going to have a good night every time, so that's fine, But just take that as motivation, so the next day you go, you talk to additional 5. You might talk to 10, and you might get 5 numbers out there. That's 50%. So, don't take, a bad night and take that to your next day. You know what I'm saying? Just come back as a fresh start, like an athlete. You may have got burned on one pass, or you got dunked on, clear that from your mind, go to the next play, go back hard, and get it going. Don't let that discourage you.
And if you really want to get good, ask the girl, why don't you want to talk to me? You know what I mean? That's a conversation. Now you struck up a conversation with the girl.
You left an open-ended question. So
because if the girl walks away, it's like that, you didn't want her in the first place.
Yep.
But if a girl's talking to you like da 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 da, okay, I got that. If a girl got a dude, she like, well, this is because I got a guy. You gotta respect that. Don't try to be nasty and be like, she ain't here. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something about being nasty like that.
Tell them, man.
Because that's gonna transfer over in your life, and nobody wants to be with no nasty ass nigga. Nobody wants to hang with no nasty ass nigga. That's why there's overpound niggas right now in the house that gotta use cranes to get out. What's that fucking show? My Plus Size Life? Get the fuck out of here with that. Because they went out thinking that they can do it, and you really ain't doing it. And so they think they were ugly. Nobody's really ugly. It's just a confidence, lack of confidence.
Lack of confidence, right.
They sit there, ate buns all day like they fucking married with children, and now they got a crane to get outside. Nah, man, don't be nasty. Don't be none of that. When you come as a gentleman, you come respectful, you come as an adult, and you know how to talk. I mean, girls will open up to you like you won't believe. But the thing is, when they open themselves up to you, that's a trust factor, and you cannot break that trust. Don't try to open up and then try to get in, try to fuck. Like, nah, you already struck out.
Yep.
Now you want to try to improve your game. That's what I say.
And if you check my past videos, it'll show that, you know, if that's what you're looking for some sex, you know, you might as well go get a prostitute, go pay your money. But, you know what I'm saying, the sex is gonna come. Don't let that be your main motive, because if it is, man, you know, it ain't gonna work. A woman can peep that. So, you know, you wanna be, like he was saying, you know, you build up that trust, but you gotta be confident and you gotta know how to talk, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta be able to articulate what you're trying to say. And believe me, you may think you slick about it as far as a woman, knowing that you want sex and, you know, you're trying to hide it, but they peep it. So if that's your motive, no, it's not gonna work.
They peeped it as soon as they saw you.
Yeah.
And you didn't even see them. They saw you and they were like, fuck.
They knew when they put that dress on.
Yeah.
Them Spanx under the dress. Them Spanx are booty poppers in them jeans. They knew when they came out that you was gonna come at them for some sex. You know, or when they put on that padded bra. Or when they put on that fake hair. You know, them fake eyelashes. You know what I'm saying? They knew that you was gonna come at them for sex. So come on, fellas. It's 2017. Do something different. You know, don't let it be all about that. I mean, I get it. Initially, that's all we see is the face value. You don't know anything about their persona, so you just see how they look. You know, and somebody being attractive, you know, that's just gonna attract. But once you talk, you know, same as you might see a real attractive woman, she start talking like, oh man, she ghetto or she just not my type, you know, and that just turn you off. You know, that'll make a nice looking woman look like a 1 or a 2. So just be, you know, clear, concise about it, and don't let the sex be your ulterior motive, man.
Because I would say 60% of the women in the club are not trying to fuck. They're trying to have a good time. And
free drinks, free VIP. They trying to have a good time.
Yeah. So
it's like you bothering them. You know,
I would say the other 40% are the girls who really came out there looking to get some dick for the night or something like that. But 60% came out trying to have fun with their homegirls, maybe talk to some dudes or whatever, but at the end of the night, they still want to be with their homegirls the rest of their night and just say we had a good time and talk about it the next day. 60% of the women in there. So if you come in there with that mentality of just, hey, you know what, I'm not even trying to talk to girls, I'm not even trying to hook up with nobody, whatever. I just want to have a good time with my boys or whoever your family is, your friends, whatever. You will find out that you talk to more women than going with the mentality of, I'm trying to fuck somebody or I need to talk to this dime piece, and you know you ain't gonna fuck it.
You want to go out and have a good time. Same as if you go traveling on trips. You know, a lot of these guys, they go traveling on trips. They might go to Brazil, Dominican Republic, LA, Miami. I mean, different trips, you know, with aspirations to screwing a chick. So you can't do it. You go out there with the motive like, hey man, I'm gonna have a good time, and I guarantee you'll have more success than going out, man, I'm just trying to get some sex or this and that. You know, go out there and have a good time. You know, you're gonna feel better about yourself. And a woman will see that. You know, that's gonna exude out of you. You know, she gonna see it. You know, so just show that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, a woman can spot that a mile away. So just have a good time. You know, and enjoy when you go out. You know, whether you with your girls, you with your dudes, just enjoy your time.
And if a girl disses you, it ain't you, bruh. Know that. If a girl disses you like, ew, nigga, get away, or ew, you know what I'm saying? It ain't you, man.
No.
That's her. She got problems with herself.
Got problems with herself.
And it's not you. Always remember that, dude. If a girl disses you, you're people ain't gonna like you. Point blank, period. But when they diss you, it ain't you. It's usually them. That's why you always got to keep a good core of people. That's what we talked about earlier. When you got a good core of people around you who let you know, like, hey, you fucking up on this, you messing up on that. Then you correct yourself. But if some stranger or some girl like diss you, like, what? No, that ain't me, because you know who you are. That's on her.
Yep.
Point blank, period. And that saved me in life with women and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It'll save you some time.
Because I overthought it. You know, I was doing what nasty niggas do back in the day. But, you know, thank God I wised up, matured, got my confidence up. I mean, you see my girl. Is she ugly?
No, man, she right, and she got a good heart. So that's what you want, fellas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Woman that love your dirty draws. You know what I'm saying? She love it, man. So hey, shout out to her, man.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? That what you want, fellas. You want you a good woman. You know that is gonna be there for you. You know that you can call on like, hey, you know, can you do this for me? You know, or you know, if you want a back rub, or you know, a woman to chill with. You know, you want that good woman that you know you don't have to worry about them acting ghetto, keying up your car. You know what I'm saying? Coming up to your job, doing all kind of drama stuff. So that's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Because my girl's beautiful on the inside and out.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, a chick can be all fine on the outside. She can be a 9, 10, whatever you call it. Man, if she nasty or dirty on the outside, on the inside, man, you ain't going to want it. I'm telling you. You ain't going to want it. That'll drop her down to a 1 or a 2. So, you know, and you got to be smart to see it, you know. Don't be blind to the fact that she look good.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta be, sometimes you might not see it. You might be overwhelmed, but I'm telling you, with me, man, them looks, that go down really quick. Really quick, so.
Well, there's been proven stuff in history with what you're saying. Halle Berry, finest person, can't keep a man.
I still want her.
Eric Benet cheated on, remember? That was huge. Like, how do you cheat on Halle Berry?
How do you
But what's going on behind closed doors with Halle Berry?
How do you become a sex addict? He said he was a sex addict with Halle Berry, with getting other women, not him, not her. How do you become a sex addict and you married to Halle Berry? There's something wrong with her.
Wesley Snipes slapped the shit out of her. Jennifer Lopez, fine ass, was she Puerto Rican? Is she Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
Fine ass Puerto Rican. Can't keep a man. Fine as shit.
Man.
Can't keep a man. And there's so many other examples throughout history, and I'm sure even your friends that you know can't keep a man, but they fine as shit. What's going on the inside?
That's why I can say, listen, women, you looking good on the outside, that's cool, but you ain't gonna be able to keep a man if you riding on the inside, I'm telling you. So, I mean, we can see it. We can see it. It might fly for a minute, but at the end of the day, we're not looking to settle down with you or looking to marry you. We're not looking to bring you around the parents. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's gonna come out eventually. You know, if you wondering, you know, you with this guy 3, 4, 5, 6 years, he ain't proposed to you, he ain't married to you, and all your sisters like, hey girl, what's going on? You still talking to this dude? Hey, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? So hey, it ain't the guy, because I'm telling you, if a guy know he got a good piece, a good treasure, he gonna treasure that. You know, he gonna wife it or propose to it. So I'm just saying.
And if he really is with her and true about her, money doesn't matter about how big the ring has to be. It's just the genuine coming out to her and like, hey, you know, I love you. This is what it is. I guarantee you ain't even got to give a girl a ring. If you come with the heart and come straight out to her and tell her what it is, you engage.
Respect it.
You know what I mean? The ring is for show, to show off to her friends, because society has put this fucking Cinderella shit in these women's minds, and they expect the big rock, and then the big wedding band, and then the castle wedding, and shit, and that's not reality.
Because, you know, as men and women, we grow up differently. When women come up, they think about getting married, having these big weddings, and it. As a man coming up, a boy coming up, man, we thinking about getting some money.
Yeah.
We thinking about what business we gonna own.
Yeah.
You know, we thinking about what car we gonna drive, what kind of car we gonna fix up. We not thinking about that. Getting married, having a big wedding, a big dress. Yeah. We just not. We don't come up with that mentality. You know, women, they grow up with that, with aspiration, with that. We don't. It don't hit us till later. You know, so sometimes it might not ever hit you.
Because women, not all women, but majority of women are spenders. Men are usually makers, and women and the ones that I don't include into this group, those women are savers. So if you got a saver on your team and you got a moneymaker on your team, but if you got a girl who's a spender, I guarantee you, your wedding on your paycheck that's only $500 for the week, your wedding's gonna cost you 20 grand. Point blank period. Kiss that nest egg goodbye to start a future with. Kiss the tuition that you could put that money to a bond so the kids at that time.
The real estate you could have bought.
Out of there. All the investment, you could put 20 grand into Facebook. Next thing you know, it came out to be $1 million because of it went up in price. But you spent 20 grand on a wedding because she wanted it. And that's what happened to me. I spent 12 grand on a wedding.
Hey man, I was in that wedding, man.
Hey, we had a good time, didn't we?
Yeah, man.
We had a good time.
All that money you spent, man.
The divorce wasn't expensive. The wedding was expensive. 12 grand. I could have used 12 grand to further myself and be in a way better place. You know what I'm saying? Because I know where I needed to go. But because of love and shit, it's her dream. Fuck that. Fuck that. If I don't have $1 million in the bank, there's no reason why she be spending 20 to 50 grand on a wedding. Okay, let's not even say $1 million. Let's say I got 100 grand. Why would I spend half my net worth for a wedding? Why would I, if I'm only making $500, right? So let's say for the whole salary, my whole salary, right, for the whole year, I'm only making 20 grand. Why the fuck would I go and get a wedding that's gonna cost me 30 or 50 grand?
Preaching, man.
You're already in debt getting married. You understand what I'm saying?
Listen to that. He preaching. So a lot of these couples just getting married, especially the young couples. So let me transition for that. So back in the day, how it worked, if you chose that woman to marry her, what her father does in appreciation for you choosing that woman and marrying her and caring for that woman and, you know, taking her, you know, from up under the father in appreciation, the parents pay for the wedding. Her parents pay for the wedding. So that's how it used to be traditionally. But now it's couples getting married that have nowhere near 20, 30, 40, 50 grand for a wedding. They're going into debt for a wedding, and then not all, but some, then the wedding don't even work out.
Yeah.
So you could have took that money, did some investments, could have did some offshore bank accounts, depending on what kind of money you making, you know, clean the money up.
Yeah.
You know.
Clean the money up.
You know, you could have, you know, bought some real estate, a timeshare.
Yeah.
You know, bought a portfolio. It's different things you could have bought with that, and now you already getting yourself in debt. On top of that don't count. Yeah. If you and her got student loans, on top of that,
forget about it.
If you may have credit card debt,
forget it.
Car note debt. So you got to think about the different intricacies as far as the finances, and that's one of the worst. That like I always was told, a car is the worst investment you can make. But you know, we always do it backwards. You know, as far as the guys, man, we get a nice car. You know, we might throw some rims on it. I think the worst mistake I made, I bought a brand new Cadillac. I always wanted it. Brand new DTS. Man, put rims on it the first week. Put a booming sound system on the first week, and man, it's the worst investment I could have made. Even to this day, I'm like, man, that was a stupid mistake. I should have took that and you know, invested in something else. But you know,
and that comes with maturity.
Yeah, that just comes with maturity. And you know, we all make mistakes, but that just comes with maturity. Yeah. So you know,
I will say this though, I'm telling you to your face, not maturity. I'm telling you to your face. Don't spend that much money on a wedding, bruh. Use it towards your future with the girl that you're about to marry.
Yeah.
Because things are going to come up. Things are going to happen. Problems are always going to happen. You know what I mean? Just because you got married on a Saturday, your bill's still coming on a Sunday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's the first. It don't matter.
Yep.
So really think about the wedding. Now, if you have a low wedding, low ball ceremony, it's still nice. You can still make it nice because, you know, her friends are going to get involved. Your mom's going to get involved. So you got you got a good team of event planning to make a nice wedding happen.
Right.
Let's say your second year mark into the marriage. You come up on your first year anniversary. Let's say first year anniversary, but you got more money now. You know, something happened in life, or 5 years, 10 years, whatever. Something happened in life to where there's enough money to where you can now have that big wedding. Just because it didn't happen at first don't mean shit. The value that you put on that is on you. If you can have the big wedding later, after, you know, and then it'd be even more fun because you're old and mature, you went through life together, now you celebrate, you renewing your vows.
Celebrating the fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
You know, 10 years in, 10 years in, you have a wedding, you celebrating the fruits of your labor. You know, so, because like I said, the first year, maybe second year, you're still in the honeymoon stage. If she still stay around after 5, 10 years, that's a winner. Mm-hmm. You know, so you have a wedding then, you celebrating the fruits of your labor. So I would just say, don't take an investment in that. You know, you'd be better off, y'all get married at the courthouse, and then you take a vacation. Take a vacation somewhere. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go to Aruba, Jamaica, Mexico. It's cheap to go to Mexico. Go to Mexico, Dominican Republic. Do that and take that as your celebration, you know, and just enjoy yourselves, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy yourselves, you know, don't worry about all that debt. Just take it and invest it, man. I think that's a bad investment, you know, but hey, what do I know? I'm a guy, you know, women, they want the big weddings, but hey, if you come at your woman and you tell her that respectfully, and she's like, you know what? I agree with you. You know, hey, I think that's a good woman. Yeah. That's a real good woman.
Because you got to start that marriage off right. And even if you break it down, not even marriage. Let's just talk about relationship status. Why the fuck would you spend $200 or $300 on a girl when your paycheck's only $5? No, man, that ain't the girl for you because she's after your money. But if you got a girl and you be like, you know what, we're not gonna go to what's like a nice restaurant, like Cheesecake Factory?
Ruth Chris.
Well, no, that's a little bit too high. Let's talk about. Let's keep it.
Oh, okay. All right.
So what's the license? Cheesecake?
Let's say Cheesecake Factory.
Let's say Cheesecake. So that's what, $15 a plate.
About 20.
That's affordable. That's a little bit affordable.
Yeah.
But if you can't afford that, there's a lot of nice local places that if you go in there, they'll treat you right. The prices is always right because you're local. Yep. They know what the economy is here locally. You go in there, you're going to have a great time because the waiter's going to be interacting with you. You got your girl with you. She's going to have a good time. You're eating, and it don't cost. It's not breaking your pocket. And then, because it's a local place, you've already established yourself at that place. So every time you go over there or go in there, if it's good or not, whether you want to go back or not, they know you now. So now that price might get cut a little bit because you establish yourself and build a rapport with the business. It's always a way to hustle something. You just gotta know how to do it right. You know what I mean?
Right, and again, fellas, it ain't simping if you're taking your woman out to eat. It's not simping because a lot of women, you might take them out to eat. You may pay your way, she pay hers, or she may pay your way. So it's not simping taking them out to eat. But if you're looking to impress that woman, now that's simping. You're looking to wine and dine that woman, that's simping. To make her in return like you. If you go back to my other videos, I always say, if you're dating or you're a guy, do not keep your game in your pocket.
Yeah.
And that's just meaning that, hey, whatever money is in your pocket, that's your game for the day. That's your conversation for the day. So you do not do that. That's major simping, and it fails every time because what end up happening, you done spend all this money on that girl, you done bought her clothes, nice jewelry, fancy watches, rings. Next thing you know, you out somewhere, you looking, you're like, oh man, hold on. She got on my jewelry, she got that bag I bought her, that Gucci bag. Oh, she got them Louis Vuittons I bought her. Oh, wait a minute, who is this dude that she with? Mm-hmm. Oh man, I'm gonna kill him. And she with my boy Finesse or something. And you want to kill him because you like, man, I done spent all this money, took her here and there. Now she with the next man that ain't doing that. and they finna go eat some ice cream. For some $5 ice. He taking to go to Cold Stone or Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
You know, to go eat some ice cream, and you just done took her to
Ruth Chris.
$100 a plate.
Yeah.
So again, fellas, listen.
Yeah.
Take heed to what I'm saying,
That's
y'all.
facts.
That's facts, man. Take heed to what I'm saying. I'm telling you, do not keep your game in your pocket. Don't do it. It'll fail you every time.
Because you set the tone for the relationship how it's gonna be for the rest of their lives. If you put money up front, it's gonna be money all the time. But if you put real emotions and you show like, I'm trying to build something with you, like to start off with, I want to see maybe how we could build a good friendship and then move. Maybe we could elevate to girlfriend the status. Then money doesn't matter. That's why you can see girls who so bad as shit and then they be with some ugly dude. It's like, what the fuck? Why is she with him? Because he didn't come with her, this is my money, this is money. He came with the genuine approach that most men these day and age don't do. I'm about her, not about the looks. I want to know her. And that's what it is. And I got to roll.
Alright, hey, Finesse, give them your information. Give them your social media information, man, so they can check you out. And you know,
that's not gonna happen because you ain't gonna blow up my shit. I don't want no negative comments. You can leave the negative comments on here because I ain't gonna see this comment. I don't read comments on YouTube.
Listen,
but hey,
get the likes up. Don't hate.
No, like him.
Get the likes up. No dislikes.
Yeah. No,
if you do
dislikes, put in the comment what you don't like. So then I can come back and roast your motherfucking ass.
Cause he coded me on it. You know what I'm saying? He'll cuss you out. So if you gonna put some dislikes, you put why, and we'll address it.
Yeah, we sure will.
So, but get the likes up. Don't dislike. It's just facts that we saying. This proven. You know, for some real, you know, G's that know what's going on. So, you know, thanks for checking out King Talk channel. Again, you check me out on Instagram, Miley DM. You know, comment, subscribe, like the video. Hope y'all like the content. Holla back at us.
And this is just, you know, straight up advice. You know, this is just pure advice, you know.
Hey,
if you don't take our advice, you know, we could be wrong, we could be right. Wrong, I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. And so, if you don't take our advice, you know, that's cool, that's on you. You just send yourself up to failure.
Exactly.